Hello friend. You're watching your favorite YouTube channel Real Persian Prince. In today's video we are going to talk about 27 countries that have changed their names. Let's explore the reasons and stories behind these significant name changes. So, make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, so you won't miss any future videos we upload. In 1935, Persian government requested that the country's name be changed from Persia to Iran to reflect the country's native identity, emphasizing its Aryan roots. This was part of a wider series of reforms under Reza Shah Pahlavi. In 1939, Siam was renamed Thailand, meaning land of the free, to symbolize its independence, and as part of modernization efforts, the name briefly reverted to Siam from 1945 to 1949 before being changed back to Thailand. Ethiopia, formerly known as Abyssinia, regained its independence from Italian occupation in 1941. The name change marked the end of colonial influence, with Ethiopia being the indigenous name, in contrast to Abyssinia, which was used by outsider. Taiwan, previously known as Formosa, became the official name following the Chinese Civil War. In 1949, when the nationalist government relocated their Tiwan was the name used by the indingous population following World War II. Indonesia declared independence from Dutch colonial rule in 1945, changing its name from Dutch East Indies. The name Indonesia means Indian Islands and reflects its geographic location. Ghana, named after the ancient Ghana Empire, replaced the colonial name Gold Coast. In 1957, upon gaining independence from British rule, the name Ghana was chosen to embody a proud African heritage. Mali, which gained independence in 1960, was named after the historic Mali Empire, reflecting a return to its pre-colonial roots. The country was previously known as French Sudan at its independence. In 1964, Nyasaland was renamed Malawi, a name derived from the Meravi, an old name of the Nyanja people. Malawi means flaming water, likely in reference to the sun's reflection on Lake Malawi, Tanzania, formed in 1964 from the union of Tanganyika and the Zanzibar archipelago, replaced the name Zanzibar. Zanzibar remains a semi-autonomous region within Tanzania. Lesotho, meaning land of the Sotho speakers, was adopted at independence in 1966, replacing the name Basutoland. It represents the country's ethnic majority and sovereignty. In 1966, following its independence, Bechuanaland was renamed Botswana, meaning land of the Tswana, reflecting the country's dominant ethnic group. Bangladesh, meaning country of Bengal in Bengali, became independent in 1971 following a war of independence against Pakistan. The country was formerly known as East Pakistan. Sri Lanka, meaning resplendent land in Sanskrit, replaced the name Ceylon in 1972 when the country became a republic, shedding remnants of its colonial past. The name Belize, derived from the Belize River, was adopted in 1973 as part of the decolonization process. Moving towards independence in 1981, the country was previously known as British Honduras. In 1975, Dahomey changed its name to Benin as part of a move to distance itself from its colonial past. The name Benin was chosen to reflect the ancient kingdom of Benin upon its independence from British rule. In 1978, the Ellis Islands were renamed Tuvalu, meaning 8, standing together, referring to the country's 8 traditionally inhabited islands. The Gilbert Islands, upon gaining independence in 1979, were renamed Kiribati, reflecting the local pronunciation of Gilberts and a return to indigenous nomenclature. Zimbabwe, named after an ancient city, became the country's name in 1980, marking its independence from colonial rule and symbolizing a new national identity. Moving away from its colonial namesake, Cecil Rhodes, the country was formerly known as Rhodesia. Vanuatu, meaning our land forever in many local languages, was chosen as the country's name upon gaining independence. In 1980, signifying national unity and identity, the country was previously known as New Hebrides. In 1984, Volta was renamed Burkina Faso, meaning land of honest men. The change, initiated by President Thomas Sankara, aimed to inspire integrity and break from the colonial past. Combining words from the Mor and Daila language, Cambodia reverted to its historical name. In 1989, after the Vietnamese withdrawal and the end of the Cambodian-Vietnamese War, the country was previously known as Kampuchea. In 1989, Burma's military government changed the country's name to Myanmar as part of a shift away from colonial-era names aiming to better represent the country's ethnic diversity. The Soviet Union changed to Russia in 1991 after the USSR's dissolution. This marked a shift from a socialist state to a federation and a return to its historical name. This change symbolized the end of the Cold War. Following the breakup of Yugoslavia, Serbia became an independent nation. In 1992, marking the end of the Yugoslav Federation, Zaire reverted to its pre-1971 name Congo. In 1997, following the end of Mobutu Sese Seko's regime as part of efforts to erase the vestiges of his dictatorship. In 2018, Swaziland was renamed Eswatini, meaning Land of the Swazis, by the king, during the 50th anniversary celebrations of Swazi independence. The change reflects a deeper sense of national identity. The name changed to North Macedonia. In 2019, resolved a long-standing dispute with Greece, which has a region named Macedonia, to the EU and NATO. In 2021, Turkey officially changed its international name to Turkey, emphasizing its national identity. This change promotes the use of the name as it's pronounced and spelled in Turkish. That concludes our look at countries with new names. Keep watching for more concise and interesting geography facts. That's all for today, folks. We hope that you got something interesting and informative to learn from this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and push the bell icon so you can always be updated whenever we upload a brand new video.